Sacco and Felice, New York and New Jersey's premier attorneys at law. Their team brings decades of experience across a wide range of practice areas. Whatever life brings, they're your legal team. From everyday matters to complex cases, they've got you covered with the experience you need and the results you want. Because when life gets complicated, they make it simple. SaccoFelice.com. SACCOFILLAS.com. 2 C's, 2 L's. Listen, all you New Yorkers.
Excuse me.
Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
In the fourth quarter, the Spurs only scored 19 as a team, and don't look now, but the Knicks are now 3 wins away from their first championship in 53 years, and there's no one I'm happier for than Joe Benigno. Joe is a legendary sports radio guy. He will be in the Hall of Fame before it's all said and done, as he should be. He is the most passionate and authentic voice maybe in the history of New York sports. And I love Chris, I love Mike, I love all those guys. I love me. But Benigno he's the real New York fan. And he was deathly afraid for many years he would die without seeing one of his 4 major teams, Rangers, Jets, Mets, and Knicks, not win a championship. But now the Knicks are just 3 games away from making that untrue. Joe Benigno, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Oh, man. You know, Sid, look, there's still 3 wins to go, but that dragon is losing fire. That 53-year dragon, you know, the ghosts are starting to open the ground. You know what I mean? For all the freaking, you know, ghosts of the 53 years that the ground is opening to finally bury them. That was unbelievable last night. I mean, this team, I can't say enough. I mean, you know, this will go if they win the championship here. Okay, you can't feel much better than you do right now if you're a Knicks fan. This will be the greatest team they've ever had. I mean, when you consider what they're doing, I mean, 12 straight wins. You know, they never say die with this team. Brunson was having a rough night early. They weren't shooting the ball well early in the game. You know, he got banged up. He hurt his knee a couple times in this game. And then with the game on the line, when it's time to win, they win. Brunson goes crazy. And even after the Spurs came back and had that little 9-0 run to take the lead again with about 2.5 minutes or whatever left, the play of the game, Anunoby misses that 3. Brunson knocks it back out to Bridges. Bridges hits Brunson in the corner. He hits the 3 that puts him ahead for good. I mean, it's just I don't know what to say, Sid. I'm really at a loss for words right now with this basketball team.
See, I've never seen the Knicks win one. Obviously, I saw the 2 losses, both stuck in my memory.
Right.
99, San Antonio, Houston, 94. I was alive when the Knicks won both of those, but being born in 1967, I was only 2 years old when we won the first one and only 6 when we won the second. And as I told my audience many, many times, I did not grow up in a basketball household. My father, God rest his soul, God, I miss Harvey, he was a baseball and football fan. He was not a winter sports guy. Those sports in my life came along later. From my next-door neighbor, Joseph Iovine, and going to Poly Prep, I became a diehard Knick and Ranger fan. So I was young. I wasn't really a basketball fan yet. So I can't go back and forth with you when you say if this team wins, it'll be the greatest team ever. But discussing the last couple of days with a lot of good sports guys, the difference is, like, for example, yesterday I said to somebody, people are saying Brunson. Oh, Brian Geltzader. You know Brian. I said, people are saying Brunson may be the best Knick ever if he plays well and wins. And he said, no, he's not going to be because last I checked, Frazier won 2. Willis Reed won 2. And don't forget, Clyde Frazier was responsible for 74 points in that last game against the Lakers. So at best, he may leapfrog Ewing and go to number 3. So when you say this is going to be the best team ever, that's a big statement.
Yeah, no, because, you know, look, I've seen them all. Look, I've been a Knicks fan since 1962. You know this. I used to go to the old Garden with my father to see the doubleheaders on 50th Street. I've seen them all. Sid, I've seen it. And, you know, I saw Willis, I saw Clyde, I saw, you know, DeBusschere, I saw the Pearl, obviously, Ewing, all the way through. Never have I seen a Knicks team play like that. What they are doing is historic. You know, when you have to, I say this all the time. We saw this with the Red Sox, having to come back from 3-0 to beat the Yankees and finally win a championship. You saw it with the Cubs. They were down 3-1 to Cleveland. They finally had to come back to win a championship. When you will have to slay a dragon, we saw it with the Rangers. They were down 3-2 to guarantee by Messier. Just all of it. We go crazy, right? Against the Devils, they were down. They lose Game 5 at home to Vancouver when everybody's pumped up. Tonight's the night, and they have to finally win it in 7. When you are going to slay that unbelievable years and years and years without a championship, you have to do it. It's got to be done in an epic fashion. And boy, the Knicks are doing it in epic fashion. And I got to tell you, Sid, I said the Knicks would win this series in 6 for the first time after last night. I could see them sweeping this series.
Inshallah.
It sounds crazy.
Inshallah. Inshallah. You know what that means? You know what that means?
What?
Inshallah?
No.
Okay, because the mayor, Mamdani, I know you love him.
Oh, my favorite. I love him just like I love Ed Koch. Come on.
I did love Ed Koch.
Just like I loved Rudy. Come on.
Right. So he was asked on a morning show in New York. I guess it's popular. I don't know. Hot 97. If the Knicks would win, and he made the prediction that you just made. He said, "We'll play it. It's cut number 10." But take a listen, Joe, to the very last word that the mayor throws in after making the prediction yesterday. Now you're a day later. Mamdani was all over it. Cut number 10.
What's the prediction? What do we got? We got Knicks in 4, breaking the brooms out. What's your prediction for this series?
I'm saying Knicks in 4, inshallah.
And what?
Let's go.
Do you know what he said there?
No, I have no idea. Charlotte? What? Charlotte McBride from Newsmax? What are you talking about?
No, inshallah means, what does it mean again?
By God's will.
Right, God's will. Yeah. God's will. The Knicks will win it in 4, but he had to throw in a word like that just to remind everybody, just in case you forgot he's Muslim.
I mean,
Inshallah. But no, listen, I think a lot of Knicks fans are feeling that way. They got to win 3 more to make it a sweep, 3 in a row. They've already won 12 in a row. Let me ask you this. First 2 championships, Red Auerbach. One of the great Red Auerbach, Red Holtzman. Right. Excuse me.
Come on.
Right. Red was
sacrilege.
They're both pretty good, but Red Holtzman, 2 championships.
Right.
And, even in losses, Pat Riley, one of the greatest ever. Pat Riley may be the greatest basketball man ever, considering his playing days, his coaching days, and his president job in Miami. So Riley, Jeff Van Gundy, terrific coach. But if the Knicks win this, Mike Brown, now he's won before with LeBron James. Year 1, the immense pressure replacing Thibodeau when the Knicks were so close to the NBA Finals last year. Where does Mike Brown now? This is crazy. Mike Brown, he becomes almost immortal. Yes?
Well, Mike Brown did not win that championship with Cleveland. That was Tyronn Lue who was the coach when LeBron finally won. He did coach them in the finals and actually got lost by San Antonio.
That's right. He lost to San Antonio.
So, back in 2007. Look, I mean, Mike Brown, to me, I didn't see why would you fire Tom Thibodeau? But obviously, and let's understand, too, this was not their first. The first choice for them was Jason Kidd. They wanted Jason Kidd to coach this team after they got rid of Thibodeau. They kind of fell into Mike Brown when all was said and done. And look, I mean, Mike Brown, what can I say? I mean, first of all, the fact that he played everybody. Thibodeau was, would play 7 guys maybe, and that was it. This guy has played everybody. The bench, again last night, Landry Shamet was huge. McBride hit some big shots last night. When Brunson was hurt early in the game, Alvarado came in, played the point, and played it really well. And then the move that really changed everything in these playoffs, Sid, and that's after they lost Game 3 to the Hawks, and they're down 2-1 in that first-round series. He decides to run the offense through Karl Anthony Towns. And that probably is the move of the playoffs. And they have not lost a game.
And that's
since.
Exactly what Geltsaler. Geltsaler said the same exact thing on this show yesterday. He said he told the same thing to Francesa on his podcast, that when they run the offense, like you said, they decided Game 4, run it through the elbow. He used the word elbow, Karl Anthony Towns. So that seems to be the prevalent conventional wisdom, that running the offense through the big man, which says that even if Towns is not going out there and scoring a bunch of points, which he has consistently throughout the year, that what he's doing out there may be undervalued because, like you said, they run the offense through him.
Yeah. And he had a big game again last night. He had 18 points. He had 12 rebounds. He had 4 assists. He played Wembanyama very tough. He played him pretty tough. He's playing much better defense than he gets credit for. Gets no calls, by the way. It's unbelievable how this guy goes to the basket like he does, gets clobbered. There was one last night. He gets hammered by Wembanyama. Of course, San Antonio challenges it, and they win the challenge. I
saw.
mean, this guy gets knocked on his rear end more than anybody. Gets no calls at all. I mean, Sid, I'm speechless. I mean, I don't know what to say because look, I knew they had a good team. I knew during the regular season they were going to be good. We knew they were making the playoffs. We knew they were going to be a top 4 seed. We knew they'd have home court in the first round. I thought they had a chance. I didn't know what would happen from after winning the first round. I knew they would. And this, what we're seeing now, this is unbelievable. This is ridiculous what they're doing. I mean, like I said, this is epic, Sid.
Epic.
This
I agree.
Epic.
I know.
And if they do sweep, by the way, if they do, and again, look, I expect San Antonio to come out breathing fire on tomorrow night. But if somehow, by some miracle, they do sweep this series, I think they would have the longest playoff winning streak in history with 16 in a row.